I found something. Buenos Aires International Airport this morning. Now watch this.
Heralds.
Trail ends at the airport, but turns out that a top Providence operative owns a vineyard in the area. Don Yates, of infamous New York law firm Morgan, Yates & Cohn. And get this, it's hosting his retirement party today.
She's infiltrated them. She's sending a message. She needs my help.
Could have fooled me.
You don't know her.
Anyway, if you're going after her, you'll need to deal with the Herald. Her name's Tamara Vidal, former CIA asset and political firebrand. She's a master of surveillance and the Constant's most trusted aide. She'll have eyes everywhere. You won't get far as long as she's in the game.
Why are you telling me this? I thought you were out.
Yeah. Old habits, I guess. Anyway, I need to go. See you around, 47.
No, you won't.
Because you're not an idiot. Let's just humor him. Yates likes his little games. Don't be long.
You got my message.
You'd never get caught on camera. Not unless you wanted to be seen. So what's the play?
You're not the only one who's been busy, 47. I'm this close to becoming the next Constant. I'll be able to dismantle Providence from the inside. Only one man stands in my way. Don Yates. That weasel was the partner's legal counsel for years. He's the top candidate. But remove him from the playing field.
It won't work. If Edward suspects...
I will convince him you acted alone. Retaliation for Grey. Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
The Herald, Tamara Vidal. She has eyes everywhere, and they're all fixed on you. The plan won't work unless we take her out.
She never leaves my side for long. Whatever your plan is, I'll help you if I can.
You're sure about this?
As sure as I'll ever be. Here, I got you an invitation, just like old times. Come find me when it's done. Good luck, 47. Well, have at it, 47. Go on. We shouldn't be seen together.
gosh, be careful. The ground's super loose here. If we fall, we're going to seem like such idiots.
We won't fall. We just need to get the peak and we are good. And look at the gorgeous view. You know it will be worth it. Senor, I feel you're violating my personal space here. We won't fall. We just need to get
Ready, Pam? 3, 2, 1, and...
For more than... Oh, jeez! Can you believe these people? I think the whole world is their playground.
Don't let them get to you, Pam. Let's just take it from the top.
Fine. You're right. For more than 2 decades, New York-based law firm Morgan, Yates and... Hey, asshole! What the hell is wrong with you? Go away!
Don't give him the satisfaction, Pam. He's clearly a jerk. Let's just go for a break.
Unbelievable. For more than 2 decades... For more than 2 decades, New York-based law firm Morgan, Yates & Co. has been among the most successful and the most controversial companies in the United States.
Oh, Gretchen
Founded in the Greed is Good downtown era of the mid-1980s by Kenneth Morgan, Don Yates, and Theodore Cohn, the firm quickly amassed an impressive client base, founding set of corporate...
So adorable. And the yellow rings around the eyes. You will say it in captivity. I'll get a picture later.
Bienvenidos to Viñedo Yates. May I see your invitation, please? Gracias, señor. Enjoy the party. Sup?
Would you care for an aperitif?
Thank you. So, you must know everything that goes on at the event. Care to give me the lowdown?
Let's see. Most of the guests have already arrived. And let me tell you, it's like a Forbes 500 convention in there. Most are high-profile clients of Morgan, Yates & Co. But the Yates are still no shows. Word is, they're still up at the house.
They haven't made an entrance yet. Curious. Any idea why?
Well, I probably shouldn't be saying this, but word is that Yates was in a great mood this morning, but that all changed when the letter arrived.
The letter?
Yeah, an honest-to-God letter delivered by courier. I mean, who writes letters anymore? Anyway, it must have been bad news, because Senor Yates heard the plant off the balcony. Big heavy one, too. It almost hit Isabel, one of the maids who had to go lie down.
Oh. Anything else?
The party is not the only thing happening at the estate. The winery is open for guests, too. You should check it out if you're interested in winemaking. It's harvest season, after all.
I might just do that. Thank you for your time, miss.
Right. Pleasant evening, senor. Hey there.
He'd be a damn fool. They don't call him cojones for nothing. Thank you.
Thank God it's finally over. That extra security detail would drive my wife crazy.
We lucked out. Harold say a handful of officers were absent, but I'm bigger than that. I always accept that he's the middleman, more than he controls it. But plenty of my colleagues are well, we've definitely got that. I wonder how you're doing.
is that just the early retirement glow?
Oh, you know the routine. Gym, breakfast, emails, gym, lunch, gym, more emails, dinner, and of course, I go to bed at 8 p.m. sharp.
I was really hoping you'd say vodka and sleeping in your makeup played a slightly bigger part in it, but that's probably unrealistic, huh? Sorry to pry either way. I just had to know.
Oh, sweetheart, it's fine. You worry too much. The nose is so clear. It's truly blessed.
Looking good today, sir.
What was that? Is that a porpoise? Why me? Why me? It's just one of those days.
pub live. We're talking knee deep. The whole place looked like a horror flick. Of course, Yates came down with all the more solid charge of the tank's new one.
You'd think there was some kind of fail-safe mechanism. Early warning system in place.
Yeah, you would, but you'd be wrong. If the pumps malfunction, the tank's overflow, that pretty much sums it up. So, pay attention to that pump flow. Unless you're in the market for an extra orifice.
Lightning never strikes twice.
These fermentation tanks are accident-prone. If the pump malfunctions, the tanks overflow. This has happened before, provoking an appearance from Don Yates. It's likely to happen again.
We're good.
Top. Get it? No.
Temperature and the barrel room is all controlled by the ventilation system. State of the art. Highly safe.
Sweet. Operative. A bit of a grease pocket.
Control terminal. One regard.
Thanks.
What? ¿Dónde votamos? Not bad. What? Hey, hello? Is anyone there?
Loving care by local experts, we have only one purpose: to make the best wines in Argentina and beyond. I was an attorney. For 4 decades I served the law. Now, I serve something far grander. I serve the land, and the land of Mendoza longs to make wine.
I grew up here. These majestic plains were my playground, and returning here to pick up the mantle of my ancestors feels just incredibly profound.
Our goal here at Viñedo Yates is simple. From our state-of-the-art winemaking facility to our carefully nurtured grape stock, hand-picked with loving care by local experts, we have only one purpose: to make the best wines in Argentina and beyond. I was an attorney. For 4 decades I served the law. Now, I serve something far grander. I serve the land, and the land of Mendoza longs to make wine.
I grew up here. These majestic plains were my playground, and returning here to pick up the mantle of my ancestors feels just incredibly profound.
Our goal here at Viñedo Yates is simple. From our state-of-the-art winemaking facility to our carefully nurtured hand-picked
Which of you
with
here
loving care by local experts,
just poured
we have only one
goddamn harvest into
to make the best wines in Argentina and beyond.
No one wants to own up. That I can only assume is a bold and poignant tribute to man's boundless stupidity.
I was an attorney. For 4 decades I served the law. Now, I serve something far
Someone took a giant
I serve the
all
land,
over her
and the land of Mendoza longs to make wine.
I grew up here. These majestic plains were my playground, and returning here to pick up the mantle of my ancestors feels just incredibly profound.
Our goal here at Viñedo Yates is simple. From our state-of-the-art winemaking facility to our carefully handpicked with loving care by local experts, we have only one purpose: to make the best wines in Argentina and beyond. I was an attorney. For 4 decades I served the law. Now, I serve something far grander. I serve the land, and the land of Mendoza longs to make wine.
I grew up here. These majestic plains were my playground, and returning here to pick up the mantle of my ancestors feels just incredibly profound.
Our goal here at Viñedo Yates is simple. From our state-of-the-art winemaking facility to our carefully nurtured grape stock, hand-picked with loving care by local experts, we have only one purpose: to make the best wines in Argentina and beyond. I was an attorney. 4 decades I served the law. Now, I serve something far grander. I serve the land, and the land of Mendoza longs to make.
I grew up here. These majestic plains were my playground, and returning here to pick up the mantle of my ancestors feels just incredibly profound.
Our goal here at Viñedo Yates is simple. From our state-of-the-art winemaking facility to our carefully hand-picked with loving care by local experts, we have only one purpose: to make the best wines in Argentina and beyond. I was an attorney. For 4 decades I served the law. Now, I serve something far grander. I serve the land, and the land of Mendoza longs to make wine.
I grew up here. These majestic plains were my playground, and returning here to pick up the mantle of my ancestors feels just incredibly profound.
Our goal here at Viñedo Yates is simple. From our state-of-the-art winemaking facility to our carefully nurtured grape stock, hand-picked with loving care by local experts, we have only one purpose: to make the best wines in Argentina and beyond. I was an attorney. For 4 decades I served the law. Now, I I serve something far grander. I serve the land, and the land of Mendoza longs to make wine.
I grew up here. These majestic plains were my playground. I'm returning here to pick up the mantle of my ancestors. It feels just incredibly profound.
Our goal here at Viñedo Yates is simple. From our state-of-the-art winemaking facility to our carefully nurtured gravestone. And
Looking good, man. Looking good.
The artisan wanted to carve out that relief for your garden. You know how much Mother adores it? I was hoping to commission something simple for her 80th birthday.
I know I would love to tell you, but if I did, mine wouldn't be so unique anymore, now would it?
Seriously, you really won't even tell me?
He was hardly the only talent in the field. I'm sure we'll find someone.
You buy it?
It's not unreasonable. Think about it. Duval was kidnapped by the militia and held hostage for weeks. He was forced at gunpoint to disclose the existence of Providence in a public broadcast. And those animals would probably have executed him like they did Thomas Cross if our security team hadn't broken him free. I would need therapy.
So, Duval survives just long enough to retract his statement, appoint a Providence-backed successor as CEO of Ether, and then he accidentally slips in his bathtub during an anxiety attack?
It's odd, I don't deny it. But take Godfrey. Now, he's gotten it into his head that the partners are all somehow dead, and that the Constant runs Providence in their place. Conspiratorial thinking is a rabbit hole, my friend.
But if they murdered him, Duval was a rat, but he had no choice.
He did. Just not a very attractive one.
Hello, and welcome to the Yates Winery. How may I help?
First time at the estate. Could you show me the lay of the land?
Certainly, senor. This is the visitor center. On your right is the tasting room, where we have a lovely selection of house Cabernets. Upstairs is the dining and bar area, and over to your left are the bathrooms. If you peek over the railing, you can look down onto our state-of-the-art fermentation area. You can't go down, though. Staff only, I'm afraid.
Thank you. Most helpful.
My pleasure.
Corvo, got a message from the boss. Duty calls.
Let me guess, the Burnwood woman.
That's right. Yates has arranged for the chief winemaker to take Burnwood and Tamara Vidal on a grand tour of the estate. Wants you to tag along.
Not for my sparkling personality. This Burnwood woman sure has his panties in a twist. Wonder what the deal is.
Yates' business is his business. Just get yourself ready and sign into the visitor center. Oh, have a drink on my behalf.
I don't drink. Makes me sentimental.
A private tour of the estate. Diana, Vidal, and this fixer, Corvo Black. Black is a threat, but also an opportunity. Yates's own machinations are inconsequential. Joining the tour will give access to Vidal, away from the crowd.
Mr. Yates. Yeah, you mind telling me what In fact, a couple of spots on the tour after. Stand by.
So you're not sure? Does that mean there's a plan A? One where I don't stand a 50-50 chance of getting caught? I mean, you do realise the risk here, boss. Broad daylight, workers around. Who exactly is this?
It's a nice gesture, but a bit hubristic.
But if I'm going to be one of these herald tables, you need to start letting me in on a few things.
Okay. So who's this for?
I'm more of a beer man, but if Yates wants to bring the Herald to work,
No problem. I just never framed an urban legend. Very post-truth. I like it.
How do you think? She and her friends killed Yamazaki. Cassidy probably Bronson. How is she meant to be a hero? But on the other hand, people protect all the time, and certainly qualified.
True. The constant knows what he's doing.
Hmm?
Fine by me.
What the hell was that?
Changed her hair. Now still. Future Federation is a kind of crypto-fascist movement promoting meritocratic corporatocracy with a flash to lure in the Silicon Valley. Hello there, and welcome to the Yates Winery. How may I help you?
Corvo Black. I'm on the tour.
Right, Mr. Black. Welcome. Miss Burnwood and Miss Vidal will meet you down by the wine fields. I trust you know the way.
I can find my way around.
Enjoy the tour.
The damnedest thing, to be sure, like a Golden Age detective novel. First, an old money ring.
How much I love to cross the time.
Throw a weapon over there. Maybe we stick it out.
All right, let me have a look around.
You asked me. The
Hi there.
consultant must have lost his mind. Burnwood was in league with Grey. She's responsible for killing how many of our people? How could she be a herald? Maybe Vidal will trip her down the stairs. Those heels are an accident waiting to happen.
Don't hold your breath.
Vidal is a true believer, fiercely loyal to the Constant. It must be why he chose her to show Byrne with the ropes. Figured the rest of us wouldn't forgive and forget so easily. Sneaky bastard.
The man didn't get to where he is by accident.
Over here.
You two must be Burnwood and Vidal.
And you must be Yates's garbage man. Sorry, but I didn't catch your name.
This is Corvo Black, Tamara. He's a ICA regular.
I only work with the best.
Well, we're all here, it seems. Except for our guide, the chief winemaker. Looks like we're stuck here until someone fetches him. Mr. Black, I'm looking in your direction.
Hold on. I'll track him down.
Attaboy. Do try and bring him back in one piece. Counterintuitive as that may be.
That was a bit rude.
Yes. Yes, it was.
Yo.
Don't come around here again, okay?
What? What is it now? What?
You have some guests waiting. Senor Yates wanted you to give them the grand tour. Remember?
As if I don't have more important things to do than babysit Yates' socialite friends. It's only harvest season.
Better do what he says, Patron. Big shot New York lawyer like that. You don't want to get on the bad side.
Well, I'm not going anywhere until I have decided if the crop is right for picking. Bring me the 3 Malbec grapes to taste, Ramon. If Yates doesn't like how I prioritize, he can weigh me down with concrete and toss me off a bridge. How's that?
3 grapes. I'll get my picking knife. Come on. I left it right.
Mejor te me calles. I don't need this shit right now.
¿Quieres una menta? Uf, pues la necesitas.
Qué bonito día, ¿eh? ¿Verdad?
Sí, perfecto.
Now, what am I doing here? Okay, got it.
Created a power corral bound together by secrets and back scratching. All the Constant did was make it real. Enter the Destiny Group.
Ah,
Fully legal.
my fellow wine lover. Hello. Welcome to Viñedo Yates. I do apologize for the delay, but the Malbec grape is a demanding mistress. So, I am Gabriel Vargas, Chief Winemaker, and I will be your tour guide. Any questions before we start?
Yes, but you're not going to like them.
We're good. Lead the way, Senor Vargas.
Wonderful. Follow me. These are busy times. In fact, we're just about to harvest this year's crop.
What's up, yo?
Great expectations.
Hey.
So, how do you like Argentina?
Like everywhere else. Full of Americans.
First stop on the tour is the production floor, where our prize-winning Malbec grapes are processed. We insist on steaming every grape by hand, which means that during harvest season, the grapes do tend to pile up. Luckily, we have plenty of storage space. Our equipment is state-of-the-art, including an industrial-sized freezer unit, and last but not least, our trusty grape crusher.
Interesting. Wouldn't you say, Mr. Black?
Follow me, please.
Are you a wine man, Black? Somehow you don't seem the type.
Oh, I believe Mr. Black here is something of a jack of all trades. Isn't that so?
I dabble.
I see. I just thought Yates might be sending a message. My mistake.
So, have any of you been to a vineyard before?
Only on business.
Next on our tour is the fermentation atrium, where the wine goes through its primary stage of fermentation. In these big open tanks, yeast converts the sugars in the wine to alcohol in a process that lasts between 5 and 15 days. This is also where we squeeze the mass into a fine juice using our grape presser before the longer secondary stage of fermentation.
Fascinating.
Now, before we move on, do any of you have questions?
How about you, Mr. Black?
I have a question. It's... perhaps we can take a closer look.
Certainly. Lead the way. showing a bit too much skin there, amigo.
Better not be dead. Oh shit! You are dead!
Shit.
Hey, there's help here. Please, help.
Thanks. You're much better now.
Did something happen? Oh, that's over. I've got the
Don't be so dramatic.
Imagínate una barrera invisible entre tú y yo que se extiende de de tus brazos hacia mí. Tratemos eso. Y estemos fuera de esa zona. Es mi espacio personal. ¿Entiendes?
Mr. Vargas, I have the 3 grapes you requested.
Que tengas un buen día.
There you go.
The partners created a power pedal bound together by secret and back scratching. All the constant did was make it real. Enter the guest room.
Ah, my fellow wine lovers. Hello! Welcome to Viñedo Yates. I do apologize for the delay, but the Malbec grape is a demanding mistress. So, I am Gabriel Vargas, Chief Winemaker, and I will be your tour guide. Any questions before we start?
Yes, but you're not going to like them.
We're good. Lead the way, Senor Vargas.
Wonderful. Follow me. These are busy times. In fact, we're just about to harvest this year's crop. Great expectations. So, how do you like Argentina?
Like everywhere else. Full of Americans.
First stop on the tour is the production floor, where our prize-winning Malbec grapes are processed. We insist on steaming every grape by hand, which means that during harvest season, the grapes do tend to pile up. Luckily, we have plenty of storage space. Our equipment is state-of-the-art, including an industrial-sized freezer unit, and last but not least, our trusty grape crusher.
Interesting. Wouldn't you say, Mr. Black?
Follow me, please.
Are you a wine man, Black? Somehow you don't seem the type.
Oh, I believe Mr. Black here is something of a jack-of-all-trades. Isn't that so?
I dabble.
I see. I just thought Yates might be sending a message. My mistake.
Have any of you been to our vineyard before?
Only on business.
Next on our tour, the fermentation atrium, as the wine goes through its primary stage of fermentation. In these big open tanks, yeast converts the sugars in the wine to alcohol in a process that lasts between 5 and 15 days. This is also where we squeeze the mass into a fine juice using our grape presser before the longer secondary stage of fermentation.
Fascinating.
Now, before we move on, do any of you have questions?
I have a question. It's... perhaps we can take a closer look.
Certainly. Lead the way.
What can you tell me about this device? Grape presser, was it?
That is correct, senor. After primary fermentation, the mass is pressed through a fine filter, leaving only the flesh and skins behind. I should add that grape stomping, the iconic practice of crushing grapes with your bare feet, is historically rare and mostly a tourist gimmick. But you are most welcome to try. Imagine you're a grape.
Thanks. I'll pass.
Oh, go on. I'll take a picture of the three of you.
Oh, come on, Tamara. When in Rome.
Fine.
Say queso.
May I see that, Mr. Vargas? I believe I blinked.
So, this is what the little guy... You there! Excuse me! Do you recognize him at all?
No,
I certainly...
all good.
What happened to Tony?
Something about work. I don't think she'll be coming back.
Oh, well. I'm sure she can find her way out. Let's proceed. Excelente. So let's continue to the barrel room. If you'll follow me. So, are you associates of Mr. Yates?
You might say we run in the same circles.
Law and order. Must be very exciting.
It's about 99% preparation.
And so we arrive to our final stop, the barrel room. This is where we store the wine during the secondary stage of fermentation. The area behind the glass is where we keep our most precious bottles, including a 1945 Grand Paladin, the most expensive wine in existence. The access doors, which are made from ballistic glass, can only be unlocked from the security room high above our heads.
Remarkable.
Ah, here comes Senor Yates now. I shall leave you in his capable hands.
How reassuring.
Ah, Miss Burnwood, is it not? Don Yates. Pleased to meet you. You come very highly recommended. As Chief of the Heralds, let me be the first to say welcome aboard.
Why, thank you, Mr. Yates. Rest assured that I will be following your every lead. Very closely.
Say, that reminds me. We're about to have a little Herald get-together up at the house. Just a modest toast to celebrate my forthcoming inauguration as constant. You are, of course, most welcome to join us. I believe you shall make a fine herald, once the training wheels are off.
I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Capital. Right this way, into the lion's den. Why don't you take a break, Corvo? We're done here for now, I think. Oh, but don't go too far. I may still need your services later.
I'll be closer than you think.
Oh, almost forgot. Cortazar, please nip down to the wine cellar and tell Mr. Flowers, the sommelier, to prep the 1945 Grand Paladin and bring it up to the house for our special occasion.
Got it, Chief. Flowers. Mr. Yates wants the 1945 Grand Paladin brought up to the house. Special occasion.
What? Did aliens land on the front lawn? Have the ghosts of Jesus, John Lennon and Ava Perón unexpectedly come for dinner? Help me out here. What could possibly be so special?
Above your clearance, Flowers. Just
A meeting in the root cellar. And judging from Yates's choice of wine, some type of celebration. Likely a gathering of heralds come to congratulate Yates on his upcoming promotion. Diana's presence, a calculated risk.
it already.
Fine. What's the passcode again?
Last year of World War II. If you have to look it up, shame on you.
Grand Paladin? It is perfection, irreplaceable. You don't drink the 1945 Grand Paladin any more than you would write a shopping list on the Mona Lisa. Men like Don Yates know the price of everything, but the value of nothing.
I am sorry, Patron. Say, what if we exchange the labels? Served him a different wine?
Ah. You are devious, Santino, but if Mr. Yates wishes to destroy something beautiful, I will not stand in his way. That is between him and his creator.
How did he even get his hands on a bottle? I hear the last of the 45s was sold to Sheikh Omar Al-Ghazali for $600,000. Most expensive bottle ever sold.
Ah, yes. A curious story. See, that bottle you refer to came from a case of 12, which were recovered from a sunken Carlisle shipping container that went down in the South China Sea during the final days of World War II. Well, of those 12, only 5 were raised intact. Al-Ghazali bought one under a great meaning coverage, while the others simply disappeared, quietly obtained by some clandestine private collector. Until one of the bottles was donated to Mr. Yates by Byron Washington, CEO of the Pax Modus Foundation, as a reward for winning a court case. Now, Byron's twin daughters were treasure hunters, so that explains how he managed to get first pick. Now, but you see, I was here when the bottle arrived, and the crate it arrived in bore a curious logo, something called the Ark Society.
Intriguing. Do you know what it means?
Well, not a clue. And now, you will never know. Well, don't get attached, Santino, for all fine things in life are transient.
Hey, Flowers! Over here, come on, while we're young.
Sir, I present to you the 1945 Grand Paladin.
Huh. Somehow I thought it'd be bigger. Come on, Flowers. Guests are waiting. Go on, get yourself patted down. We're still on alert from all those big shot CEOs getting offed.
Hey there, big boy.
If you want to come through, I'm gonna need to pat you down. You sure you don't got something on you? Nothing gets past me, you better tell me. Okay, man. Vamos.
So here's the deal, Flowers. The boss is having a powwow with some employees, and discretion is the name of the game. I'm sure you figured that out already, you being a scholar and all. Don't discuss, disclose, or hell, even contemplate what goes down. Just set your mind to wool-gathering mode. You think you can do that for me, Flowers?
Worry not, Mr. Cortazar. I'm the very soul of discretion.
Good man. They're already at it. Go on, place the wine on the table. I'll pour it.
Decant.
Pardon me, Your Majesty.
I have always considered the heralds the unspoken heroes of Providence. The nervous system, effectively and reliably ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Flowers, our resident sommelier. I believe he has brought us something quite special. Perhaps you will educate us, Mr. Flowers.
This is the 1945 Grand Paladin, one of only 5 bottles in existence. The vintage is legendary, the proverbial unicorn wine. The year was hot, the wine's super concentrated, and thanks to hail and frost, the production was small. Only 300 bottles were ever produced. When the vineyard was bombed during the closing days of World War II, only a single crate survived. It is said to have amazingly complex aromas with long, savory layers of fruit and spice flavors, and a silky texture. Enjoy.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Flowers. Feel free to stick around in case our guests have questions. This wine was gifted to me by the Art Society, in acknowledgement of my firm's legal services. It stands as a powerful reminder that Providence draws its strength not from force, but from partnership. We are but a few, and yet together we are unstoppable, because we stand united. My friends, loyalty is everything, which is why we cannot allow traitors into our ranks.
Ah, yes. Here it comes.
This woman has waged bloody war on us. More than a dozen heralds and operatives dead. Your colleagues and clients, my friend, Ken Morgan. Not to mention the partners themselves, our founders, our benefactors. Make no mistake, this woman's hands are soaked in blood. Our blood. And Arthur Edwards, the new supreme head of Providence, is handing her the keys to the kingdom. Now, does that seem right to you, my friends? Does that sound like loyalty?
He's got a point.
Perhaps Edward simply recognizes talent when he sees it. Perhaps this is why I am also in the running to become constant. And following this childish outburst, I dare say I am in the lead. Dawn.
What? You're lying, of course. Which only proves my point. You cannot be trusted, Miss Burnwood. This woman will be our downfall. That is, unless we take matters into our own hands. You are heralds, sworn to protect Providence against all threats, including inside ones. I have devised a plan. Together we can make it work, but you have to decide now, my friends. Are you with me?
I'm in.
Yes, I agree.
Escort Miss Burnwood to my office. I'll join you shortly.
Right. Move it. Let's go.
I'm warning you, Yates. This will not go your way.
We need to get our stories straight. Diana Burnwood died today by the hand of her rogue Agent 47. Revenge for her change in
This area
size.
has restricted access.
This is what you
Remember, Flowers,
attest to.
you never saw a thing. Not a damn thing.
In her honor. Savor the taste because you never
What's that?
Took you long enough? Quick! Clear the floor and get yourself a guard outfit. Yates won't be long. I was beginning to worry.
Were you?
No. Listen up, 47. Yates will be here shortly. He'll have his thug courtesan do his dirty work, but he won't pass up on the chance for a good gloat and a monologue.
So, private space? Kill room decor?
Exactly. We won't get another shot at this. Now sit down and blend in. When I provide a distraction, you just be ready to move.
Corvo, pick up your damn phone. Plan B is a go. I repeat, Plan B is a go. Start prepping the crime scene like we discussed. Remote, staged accident. Cortazar will bring the package.
Come on.
Get it done.
Really?
Miss Burnwood.
You rolled out the red carpet just for me. Don, you shouldn't have.
So confident, even in defeat. I suppose you're not used to danger, always safe behind your screens. Just tell me one thing before we part ways.
Why me?
Why you? Why would Edwards trust you? Please. It will keep me awake at nights, and I'm 65. I get up 4 times to piss as it is.
Oh, it's simple, really. Edwards is proud. He considers himself the cleverest man alive, and yet we tricked him on Isle of Scale, and it's eating him up. He needs to win. Full, unequivocal victory. My recruitment was just the feather in his cap. By the way, you were right about one thing.
Yeah? I'm all ears.
Turns out this was
Someone in front of
What are you doing, you asshole?
If it's any consolation, Don, your instincts were dead on. I will be constant now. And I will make it our mission to tear down Providence brick by brick. Well done, 47. Better get rid of the body. Won't be long before they come looking. When you're done, meet me on the dance floor. Oh, and dress appropriately.
Aide, ¿eso que viajado todo?
Don't you remember? It was a...
Lots of people have nicked it since our retirement.
Yates loves the story. Most everyone knows he's not actually retiring. That's just him, never did. There was that letter over his own smile. Something about a lady.
Burnwood, Diana.
Not a clue. Yates doesn't usually get upset with
I'll run an ID check. Probably.
Aha! Command, thought I heard something. Checking it out, over.
Not it. Have you and Anna picked a date yet?
We had, but the church canceled it. Now we're not sure if we want them to open.
I wouldn't.
She's not that excited about a church wedding, to be honest. I think she'll be able to keep the family happy.
What's the alternative? Park? Our parents will break your neck, pibe, if you don't do it in the chapel at least.
You think I don't know that? It'll be fine. We'll figure something out.
Whoa!
What the hell is that?
Congratulations are in order.
Close call, though. I was third in the line of succession after Thomas and Sierra Knox. Then the pesky contact board of directors hired out.
Would you mind taking a few steps away from me, please?
It's done. Now what?
Now, we strike at the heart.
Edwards. You know how to find him, don't you?
Why, Edwards finds you, 47. He is untraceable, and he never lets you forget it. He is cocky, and that will be his downfall.
What's the plan?
Too many eyes. Meet me at the Olive Grove at sunset. One last tango, 47. How did you know?
Your deal. That kind of power always comes with a price. What's yours?
I think you know. I am sorry. This is a necessary evil.
What have you done?
Ether brand neurotoxin. transfers by touch. See, Edwards learns by his mistakes, 47. And as you've clearly demonstrated, brute force is futile. It had to be me. It was the only way.
To get this close.
My family. I know what you did. After all these years, I finally know.
I am sorry.
You didn't have a choice. I did. Providence used you, but I'm no better. All I saw was a blank slate, a weapon to wield. I told myself it was what you needed, but people aren't meant to be controlled. This is a kindness. Goodbye, Agent.